So one of the newest EV IPOs that is coming up is for Rivian Automotive, and the main reason is that Jeff Bezos and Amazon is backing this company. And also everyone is trying to find the next Tesla. More on that later. So I got an alert that Rivian Automotive has filed their S1, and when I was going through their S1, I saw Sofi mentioned a few times, which was really exciting for us investors and also for Sofi. In this video, I'll give you my opinion on why this is such a great news for Sofi. So let's start with the news first and look at the few things mentioned in their S1. So the first thing is, this is a screenshot of the actual S1 file with SEC, and as you can see, Sofi has been mentioned in this document a few times and then in the next few pages a few more times. So the main three things which stood out for me personally, on number one, they are saying that a certain percentage of Class A common stock will be offered to Sofi retail investors. Number two, in the same line, they also mentioned that this has been done at our request, means at Rivian's request. This is a big line and a very well thought out line. Retail investors have taken a new turn when it comes to success of new companies. With what happened with GameStop and AMC, even the big banks have started to pay attention to retail investors. While Robinhood and Coinbase have collected some bad press and looking at SoFi's social sentiment and also the marketing plan they have in place, it makes complete sense for Rivian to offer this to Sofi. Now on number three, which is really exciting, is that Sofi is the only retail broker they have mentioned in this S1. Now they can still mention a new one as we get closer to the IPO date, but from what I have seen, this is the only one so far. Now, before we jump into why this is a really good thing about Sofi, I wanted to bring your attention to this. Take a look at the underwriters right here, as you can see. These are all the banks that is underwriting the Rivian Automotive IPO. And they're using, of course, all the way from big players, Goldman Sachs, to CL King and Associates, and many other small players as well. And what is this going to do? Is this will push these companies to look into Sofi for future deals, which is really exciting for a young company like Sofi because they are beating the odds and they're coming in the forefront of well-established and well-funded companies. Now let's look at another angle. So Rivian IPO, which by the way I have no plans on investing in, the only EV I want to put my money in is in Tesla, and the only person I want to bet in that sector is Elon Musk. And that is why I'm staying away from Rivian IPO along with its crazy valuation, and plus IPOs are just too volatile for my taste. So coming back to Sofi, why is this such a good news? So this deal has made two things very clear for me. So Sofi is not only seen as a true competitor, but now a leader in retail market, which is a great news for Sofi in terms of how quickly this company has matured on the tech side. Number two, this is going to boost Sofi's member growth as there are many people out there who are hunting for next Tesla. And when a company is backed by world's second richest men, then some might think that this is a great investment from ground up, and even at current valuation. Of course, I don't agree with that, but overall a great news for Sofi. Now today is the 1 year mark since Sofi received the initial bank charter approval, and they had till today to raise the capital needed, and we know that they have raised the required amount and plus some. So now the waiting game starts for the news to come out for the bank charter. So Sofi's earnings are coming out, and I have mentioned that before that I really hope for the sake of us investors that Sofi separate the two events so we can get a chance on both catalysts. This is the chart of the earnings, and of course I'm going to show you exactly what Sofi or what I'm planning to do with the earnings. So as you can see in the previous earning, this was the expectation right here. The purple is the expectation and red is when the stock came out. This is the result that the stock gave. Now the expectation this time is lower than the previous time because they said that because they don't have student loan, the expectation is lower, their guidance was lower. So now we are not expecting as high as the last time we were expecting. So this is what the stock did on 8/12. So stock before the earnings came out was $17.46. After the earnings, stock traded $14.99, almost 14.15% down. Now the IV on the stock was high, the expected IV was even higher, so the stock did not perform the way it was supposed to perform. I'm going to do a separate video where I'm going to break down the earnings or expected earnings, and then we'll see if the earnings or when the earnings came out, did it match or did I miss big time? So now, I will be watching, of course, the earnings very carefully, and I will be doing the expectations video, as I said, as we get closer and as I get more data. So if you enjoy content like this, then give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe. I will also link my Sofi with 50% upside. If you want to feel more bullish about this company, then make sure you watch this video. Hope I provided some value, and like always, an absolute pleasure to share all of this with you. Until next time, you all have a sparkling day.